Davis's grip on his weapon tightened as he watched the monstrous tendril thrash against the cavern walls, its motion a sick parody of life, an eldritch thing born of shadow and deeper secrets. Around him, Alpha and Bravo companies fought with the remaining shreds of their strength, their numbers devastatingly reduced, fear riding every shot they fired. The tendril was defying all comprehension, absorbing the Marines' ordnance, as if it were nothing more than irritant noise. Rockets exploded harmlessly against its grotesque flesh, and grenades tossed into the fray were swallowed up by its massive girth, leaving gore and futility in their wake. The floor of the cavern was slick with blood, the air heavy with the scent of sulfur and carnage. "We're being overrun!" Davis shouted, his voice barely heard over the roar of railguns and plasma throwers trying, yet failing, to push back the creeping horror. "God damn it, where are those reinforcements?" In his heart, a raw ache grew, a mingling of rage and hopelessness that was swiftly becoming all-consuming. Nearby, Captain Miller battled on, side by side with Davis, exchanging furious glances, but finding no solace in shared adversity, only a mutual recognition of the doom rapidly tightening its grasp. Through the eddying chaos of battle, distant cries echoed as Marines were seized by smaller, rabid creatures, these horrors that served their gargantuan master with bloody zeal. Men were dragged into the shadows, their screams abruptly cut off by the crunch of bones within tooth-lined maws. It was a slaughterhouse, a desolation, and it seemed destined to be their grave. Then came a voice over Davis's comm, brimming with unexpected life and authority. "2nd Battalion's on its way. Hold steady." They arrived as if summoned by desperate prayer, led by Lieutenant Colonel Davidson, freshly released from Savage's command center above. In their ranks, discipline and fury burned hotter than plasma, their spirits kindled by the horrors faced by their brothers in arms. As they plunged into the cavern from the tunnels and breaches above, a primal wrath seemed to ignite within them, a defiance fueled by a hatred for the unknown that dared challenge them. 2nd Battalion charged forward, railguns thundering, experimental plasma bolts slashing like searing claws of angels sent to punish the damned. The monstrous tendril hesitated, its mass recoiling from the onslaught. Davis felt a flicker of hope, watching as the writhing form seemed to falter under the outpouring of energy, a hitherto unseen vulnerability exposed. Yet still, the tendril persisted. The Marines' weapons slowed it, burned it, but did not break it. It pushed forward relentlessly, the arrogance of its ancient power dismissing the wounds inflicted upon it. In the command center above, Major General Savage paced, his frustration simmering like an engine about to combust. "Report." "Damn it!" he barked into the comms, desperate for any word that might illuminate the disaster below. But all that met his demands was static, punctuated by the intermittent, blood-chilling screams of men caught in dying moments. "Sir, we're trying to re-establish visual," an officer reported, panic tightening her voice. On the screens, flickers of terrifying images appeared, gore-drenched Marines, their faces masks of terror before the creatures dragged them from sight. The sound of weapons was nearly drowned by the visceral, symphonic growl of the abyss. The ground beneath the command center seemed to pulse in tandem with the footage, a reminder of the depth of the nightmare below. Savage felt an unfamiliar helplessness pressing upon his chest. What could defeat such nightmares? How many lives would it claim before consuming the world? Then, as if to answer his unspoken question, the ground shuddered once more, and the monitor feeds dissolved into snow-filled static. Savage's blood ran cold. The darkness was rising, reaching toward the surface world, and with it came a silence so profound and absolute that even the muted screams seemed less than a whisper against its onset. "Damn it," Savage muttered, his words heavy with dread.